Hey folks, hey millionaires. Hey, this is Wesley Virgin with another Millionaire Midnight Rant podcast here. Hey, great evening here. And tonight we're going to talk about goals, okay? And more specifically, we're going to talk about why you're not hitting your goals, okay? And it took me a very long time to understand this concept. Because when I was in my 20s, obviously, I was working diligently, trying to achieve goals. As a matter of fact, how many of you are working on the goal? Okay? How many of you are working on the goal, but you're not achieving the goal here? Okay? So tonight, I'm going to tell you exactly why you're not reaching your goals fast enough, okay? Whatever that goal is, it could be to be rich, it could be to leave your job and start a business, it could be to buy the car of your dreams, it could be to travel the world, it could be to be able to shop how you want to shop, it could be maybe you want to attract great relationships in your life here, okay? So tonight, briefly here, I'm going to share with you why you're not hitting your goals. And I want you to write this down. Listen, take notes. And if you're brand new to the rant, my name is Wesley Virgin. I'm a young black millionaire, self-made from Houston, Texas. And I grew up pretty poor, pretty destitute. Didn't have many resources nor tools to become the man that I am here today. And today I'm worth over $40 million and I'm a father, and I'm living my best life. I truly am. I'm grateful about that. And I do these podcasts for people like yourself who haven't given up, okay? And this is a rant because I give you a very unfiltered version of a millionaire. Sometimes when you hear millionaires and multimillionaires and billionaires, they have this face and, you know, they're trying to be professional, or they're trying to give you the best of them, but I'm going to give you all of me, okay? I'm going to talk about the ugly parts of being rich and the ugly parts of even the journey to being successful that a lot of rich and successful people don't talk about here, okay? So, are you ready to go? Let me give everybody a shout out here. And like I said, take notes, please. Take notes. Please take notes, okay? This is the advice I would have given my 20-year-old self. Take notes, Wesley, take notes. Whenever you're listening to anybody that's making more money than you or have the lifestyle that you desire, take notes, write it down. You can't trust your brain. I know some of you are like laying in your bed right now, laying on your side, laying on your back, holding your iPhone, Galaxy phone is on your chest, and you relax, you're very comfortable. But let me share something with you. If you continue to be comfortable, you'll never have the life that you truly desire. Like your comfortable situation right now, many of you are comfortable in your bed, comfortable laying down, you know, the lights off. And I want you to think about your bank account. Until you're willing to do the things that are uncomfortable, you'll never have a truly comfortable life. Because even though you're comfortably laying down, but tomorrow morning, maybe you got to go to work. Tomorrow morning, maybe you got to wake up and realize you have a bunch of debt, can't pay your bills properly, your credit is terrible. You know, you're not happy with your significant other, can't stand going to your job every single day of your life here, and you're not reaching your goals, your dreams here. So you have to be willing to put yourself in an uncomfortable position in life to have the abnormal lifestyle that you want. Because it's abnormal to travel every single month. Like, who does that? I do. It's abnormal to own 8 luxurious cars that are worth over $2 million. I do. Okay? It's abnormal to own or to rent a penthouse, pay $15,000 every single month. I do. Okay? It's very abnormal to do that. It's abnormal, like my closets, to have over $400,000 worth of clothes. That's abnormal, is it not? But again, I do. And I don't say that to impress you, but I do say that to impress upon you that it's a possibility for you. Okay? Definitely is, all of you. Men, women, doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your demographical location. All of you can be rich. You can be. You hear me? You can be millionaires. You can. You do have the ability to do that, but you have to learn. You have to be willing to be patient. You have to be willing to have an open mind. You have to be willing to understand there's something that you don't know. So write this down. Let's talk about why you're not hitting your goals. How many of you would like to hit your goals faster? Comment below. How many of you would like to hit your goals fast? And listen, if you ever want to listen to these rants over and over again, if you're not on the podcast right now, just go to google.com, type in Wesley Virgin podcast, and I'm everywhere. Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. It's everywhere, okay? So you can listen to it for free to condition your mind for success, okay? So I want you to write this down. The goal of a winner is to commit to activities. But the goal of the loser is to commit to the goal. Okay? Let me say that one more time. It took me a very long time to understand this and actually apply it. Let me say it again because I want you to write this down. The goal of a winner is to commit to the activities. Okay? But the goal of a loser is to commit to the outcome. Many of you are so committed to your outcome, right? You may say, I'm committed to the dream. I'm committed to making millions of dollars. And you're still not making millions of dollars. You're committed to your dream. You're still not fulfilling your dream. You're committed to the goal and you're still not achieving your goal. Because people that win and the people that actually achieve their goals, they're committed to the activities. If I give you a story, when I first started my YouTube channel, obviously nobody watched it. Okay? Nobody watched my YouTube channel. I mean, over 200 videos in, I still didn't get any views. But the only reason why today I have over 600,000 subscribers on YouTube, and the only reason why YouTube pays me $1 million a year is because I committed to the activities. I'm going to give you a better example, like these rants right now. I want you to look at these rants and listen closely. Many of you know I do these live at a Wesley Millionaire Virgin on my Instagram account, right? And I know some of you look at the amount of people that are here, 53, 60, 70, 100, whatever. And even though I have 1.2 million, people that follow me, many of you may say, well, aren't you discouraged, Wes? There's not a lot of people that's listening to your content. Well, I'm not committed to the goal, because obviously the goal is to have millions of people that's listening right now. I'm committed to the activity. What does that mean? Let me go a little bit deeper. See, my commitment is to the daily achievement of the activity, what I'm doing right now. I'm not committed to the goal. I'm not committed to the outcome, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I have over 200 plus rants out there on the internet right now. Because I understand if I commit to the activity, the goal or the outcome is inevitable. See, many of you are so committed to your goal and your dreams and millions of dollars, you get discouraged because you never hit it. Today, you maybe say, I'm committed to my goals. So you work. And then at the end of the day, you're like, man, why it's not working? But me, I commit to the activity. I say, well, I got to do the rant tonight. Okay, great. I do it. And now, since I'm only committed to the activity of doing the rant tonight, I'm excited. I'm proud of myself. Why? Because I did the activities. Right? This is listen, we talk a lot about the paradigm. You have to shift. And many of you, if you ever want to be on the top of that pinnacle and make your millions of dollars and be very successful, you have to understand is your goal is to commit to the activities, the daily activities, the action, the disciplines. It's just like a person that works out in the gym. You can't be committed to having a beautiful body. No. You got to be committed to going to the weight room every day. You got to be committed to the diet, okay? You got to be committed to the amount of hours that you're putting in the gym daily. That's it. That's your commitment. That's how you get rich. That's how you have the body of your dreams. Because it may take you 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. And now, see, I know a lot of you hate that. You know, you say, well, that's a long time, 6 years. And I think about it. A lot of you think 5 years is a long time, but think about it. You know, the average human being lives to be 70 or 80 years old. So what is it to take 5 years out of your life and commit to some activity every single day to reach and achieve the goal? Okay? Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Did you write that down? Winners, the goal of a winner is to commit to the activities, the day-to-day stuff. You know, there's so many people out there on the planet that you never heard of before. You know, think about people that you've never heard of, and all of a sudden, think about the Andrew Tate guy. I don't know if you guys watch his content. Andrew Tate, it's like this man is everywhere, right? Even though he got banned from all the social media platforms, but it's like he blew up overnight. But you got to go back. So the thing is, no one knows a person's story. Like this man was posting content for 5 to 6 years on YouTube. No one knew who he was. Think about Alex Hormozi. I don't know if you guys watch him. He just blew up. But what about the 6 years that he was on YouTube when no one knew who this man was? You with me here? See, the reason why it's important to commit to the activity, and, you know, winners and millionaires, we understand this, is because the outcome and the goal don't matter without the daily activities. See, a lot of you, some days you'll work in your business, some days you'll work on your opportunities, and some days you won't. Some days you give it 100%. Some days you give it 20%. And you wonder why your result or your outcome is not being achieved. Because you're just thinking about the goal. That's all you're thinking about. Many of you just thinking about, man, why haven't I made $1 million yet? Why haven't I made $1 million yet? That's it. Listen, commit to the activities. You know, there's so many young people here, millennials, man, they actually believe they're going to make $1 million in their 20s. And most of you, you're not going to make $1 million in your 20s. Some of you are like, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be a millionaire in 2 years, 3 years. You're not. Most of you, you just won't. I'm just being honest with you. You just will not. You know, you may see somebody else that's 20-year-old, they make $1 million, but you don't know what they were doing when they were teenagers. Okay, you don't know that. See, the thing is, listen, what's very disturbing and very distracting for people like yourself is when you jump on YouTube or TikTok and you see a young man or young woman that's 24, 25, 26 years old and they make $1 million and they have a net worth of $1 million, then you say, okay, I guess I can do that. And then you work for 6 months and you say, why am I haven't made $1 million yet? Why am I not making any money? I don't understand. What am I doing wrong? Because it gives you the perception, since you've seen this person that's 25, 23, 22 years old, and they're making millions and millions of dollars. The problem is you don't know what they were thinking about as a teenager. You don't know what they were doing as a teenager. Does that make sense? Like the average teenager is definitely not thinking about making money. And the average teenager is definitely not applying any type of activity to make money at all. Does that make sense? And what a lot of you don't understand is the work ethic. Many of you don't understand is to commit to delayed gratification. I mean, you have teenagers that understand that delayed gratification is the name of the game. Delayed gratification means You may have to work something for 4 or 5 or 6 years before you get it. Period. It just may have to happen. I mean, it's going to, listen, most of you, and I don't want to scare you here, but I want to keep it real. And these rants will keep it very real. Many of you on this rant right now, you won't see $1 million for the next 5 to 8 years. Because it may take that long to build and develop your craft. And many of you don't realize that you have to be the best in your field. Like, you can't be kind of the best. You have to be the best in what you're doing. The very best. Does that make sense? Okay? And many of you don't get it. Because you think you're going to have some overnight success. You're going to have some success in 6 months, 1 year. All of a sudden you're going to have a breakthrough. No. Listen, it took me 8 years before I made my first million. 8 years. And every day I'm out there researching, working, discovering new ways to make money online. But it took me 8 years to build the skill and to build the belief. Write this down again, please. The goal of the winner is to commit to the activities. And the goal of the loser is to commit to the goal. Losers always think about the goal. That's all they think about. The goal, the goal, the goal, the goal, the goal, the goal, the goal. And if you're always thinking about the goal, when do you ever think about the activities that's going to take you to the goal? Because, see, no one wants to do the work, right? And honestly, no one wants to do the activity. No one wants to do it. No one wants to meditate. They don't want to read all the books. They don't want to go through the trial and error. They don't want to make sacrifices. They don't want to work on something every single day, not getting any results for years. Like, no one wants to do that. Everybody wants the outcome, right? Well, now you see why the gap between the rich and the poor, or the rich and the average, is so large. Okay? The gap of where I am and where you are is huge. Not because of the amount of money I have, it's because how I think. I just commit to the activity, so that means I'm just willing to do activity, and I could do it for a couple of years, over and over again. But it took me a very long time to understand that, because I was just like you. Every day I wake up, I'm thinking about $1 million. I'm thinking about, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire. And that's the only thing I was thinking about. And when I was only thinking about that every single day, when I would go home and lay down in my bed, I was thinking about, well, I'm not a millionaire yet. Why is this not working? Nothing is working. I invested all my money. Nothing is working. And I kept repeating that, kept saying that. And I didn't understand until I read more books. Okay? I had to read a book. A book told me this. It said, no, you got to commit to the activity. That's what the rich do. The people that get rich and wealthy, they commit to the activity for years. Okay? Elon Musk, he committed to the activity in Tesla, committed to the activity in his SpaceX company. Like, for several years, this man failed over and over again. He was committed to the day-to-day. Okay? And let me tell you why you should think that way. It's because the day-to-day is all that matters. Many of you are thinking about a goal that you're not hitting, and you're giving yourself this illusion of failure. You're almost giving yourself this illusion to be upset and angry and resentful and bitter because you're not achieving something that you never got. Many of you are upset because you're not successful, but like you've never been successful. So why get upset about something that you've never achieved? Why berate yourself and get mad and like, man, it's not working and I'm not able to buy what I want. I can't even travel the world. But you've never been able to buy what you want. You've never been able to travel the world. You've never been able to buy the house that you want. So why would you be upset about something that you have never experienced. Does that make sense? You see why the mind is so important to your success or to your failure. Many of you you're purposely giving yourself the illusion of failure, the illusion to feel bad about something or about an experience that you never had. Many of you are upset because you don't make $10,000 a month, but you've never made $10,000 a month. Some of you are still upset because your business is not profitable, but your business has never been profitable. So what I'm saying is, why get upset in advance about something that you've never achieved? Does that resonate, folks? Comment below here. Like, why throw a fit and get disgruntled when you never could? You never bought a Chanel purse. You want a Chanel purse. You want a Birkin bag. I get it. But you never bought one. So why be upset because somebody else has one and you don't? Okay? Why be upset because maybe you see other people, driving a car of your dreams and have the Lamborghini, the Rolls Royce, and you're upset because you're still driving a Camry, a Honda Accord, a Ford. And you're upset about something that you've never even experienced. And listen, the issue is because you're experiencing it in the mind. See, the mind is so powerful and so creative that we're able to create loss in the mind. We're able to create not having a Lamborghini and feel bad about not having it, even though we've never had it, but we feel bad because we don't got it. We can feel bad because our business is not profitable. Because we just created in our mind, we're like, man, it's not profitable, it's not making any money, so I'm going to feel bad because I don't have a lot of money and I'm not making any money in the business. So you're upset and sad about something that you've never did. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen, here? I want everybody to write this down below here. If you ever want to be rich, if you ever want to be a part of the 1%, commit to the activities. Your goal as a winner is to commit to the activities daily, every single day. That's it, every single day. Every single day to do something in the achievement of your dream. You're not thinking about if you're going to hit the outcome. You're not thinking about, well, I'm going to make money today. You're not thinking about, well, I'm going to be famous today. No. You just commit to the activity. You commit to the discipline. That's it. Okay? That's it. Like when I go to the gym, I'm not thinking about, oh, I want my body to be like this and it's going to be like this. No, I just say, you know what? I'm going for 2 hours today. Boom. Tomorrow, I'm going for 2 hours again. Boom. 2 hours, I'm going again. Just like when I do in my business, what I'm doing, I'm writing copy. Okay, great. Okay, I'm doing the rant. Okay, great. I'm looking at different other companies, doing my R&D and research on other businesses that I'm going to start. Great. And every day, I'm repeating that process. Every day, I'm repeating the activity. Why? Because I'm building the skill. And then I'm going to become a master. Listen, if you're not willing to do what you're currently doing for 5 years straight, you're never going to be rich. I'm going to be honest with you. I love you. Like, I want you to be wealthy, but you'll never be wealthy. If you're not willing to do at least 5 years in every day, it should mean that you can't miss a day, every day committing to the process of the development of that skill, of the maturation of that skill, you'll never, ever be rich nor wealthy. Is that clear? Okay? And you can't miss a day. Because I know what you're thinking, well, what if I miss a day? You cannot. See, that's why the separation in the gap is so large. Like, it's 97% of people who are average, 97% of people are losers, 97% of people are not getting what they want, and the 3%, they are the winners. They're rich, they're wealthy, they get what they want, they're happy, they're excited. That's a big gap, is it not? Because if you want to be a part of the 3%, you got to do what they do. And see, listen, the 3% do things that just wow people. People just like, man, how did he do that? You know, it's like watching LeBron James play basketball and do a move or whatever. You're like, oh my God, that was amazing. Oh my God, how did he do that? Man, that guy's the GOAT. My God, he's the GOAT. Right? And what you don't realize is the level of commitment to the daily activities, not missing a day. Not even one day. Can you imagine not missing one day as it relates to the commitment or to the achievement of your goals and dreams? Which means if you got to meditate, you meditate every day. You got to work in the business, you work in the business every single day. You have to say your affirmation, you say your affirmations every single day. If you got to read in a book, you got to read in a book every single day. You have to listen to some self-development audio. You have to listen to the audio every single day. Jeez. How many of you want to be a part of the 3%? Okay? And let me tell you something. I'm here to report to you that being a part of the 3% is just a lovely place to be. Like, it was really worth it. All the times that I was lonely, the times that I was working on things for years and not seeing any progress, it was worth it. It was worth it losing cars and homes and losing my apartment, having no money in the bank account. Like, it was really worth it. Quitting my job, eating noodles and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches because I didn't have any money at all, no money for gas. Like, it was really worth it, separating from my friends, not having fun. For many years, I didn't have any freaking fun. No drinking, no sex, no going out to the club, no hanging at the bars, no happy hour, no barbecues, no baby showers, no weddings, no type of gatherings at all. And let me tell you something, it was a lonely life. But listen up, I got used to it. And you will too. And I thank God that I did it. Like, I thank God that I told people no, even though I wanted to say yes. I thank God that I had to separate from certain people that I love dearly. I thank God that I had to let my girlfriend go and say, baby, I'm sorry. I can't do this any longer. And I loved her deeply. Like, I thank God I let her go. Okay? I got to thank God that I missed some of the events for my children when they were young. I couldn't go to all the plays. I couldn't go to all the dances. I couldn't go to all the recitals, but I thank God I had to miss that. And I thank God I made that decision. I thank God that I decided to leave my job one day. I just said, you know what? I'm out. I just thank God I had the guts and the faith to do it and take a leap of faith towards what I wanted. But I'm here to tell you that it's worth it. But I'm also here to tell you that it's very difficult. It is almost impossible. Because sometimes you can't see the light. Like, right now, you're looking at darkness. Like, if you're on my live right now on Instagram, you're looking at darkness, are you not? And what if I would tell you, a lot of you get upset because it's always dark, right? I want to see your face. I want to see your face. You're so demanding. Listen, what if I told you that even in this darkness that you're looking at right now, there's a light. There's a light that's embedded in the darkness. Even though you're looking at a dark screen right now, what if I told you that there's a light that is shining, but the light is so small, the physical eye can barely see it? Would you look for it? Or would you say, it's no light, Wesley? What are you talking about? It's no light. It's just darkness. It's no light. It's just dark. What you talking about? But what if I told you the light is there? Would you trust me? Would you believe me? Or would you be skeptical? Or would you say, man, it's not no light? Well, I said, it's just darkness, man. That's all I can see. I mean, I'm looking for the light. Like many of you right now, you're looking at the dark screen right now. You're like, where's the light? But I'm telling you, it's there. Look at me. Hey, listen, it's there. The light is there. And many of you, you're giving up too quickly. Some of you look for 1 minute. Well, I don't see a light. There's no light there. Some of you give up in 10 seconds. You look, man, there's no light. Some of you just so skeptical, you're so negative, man. It's not a light. What are you talking about? It's dark, man. I ain't dealing with this. I'm leaving your life right now. And you just don't get it. The light is there. And the light is there for those who are looking for it. And listen, that applies to your success as well. The people that's looking for the success, they find it. But in the beginning, you might only see darkness. Okay? You might see nothing, no progress at all. No accolades, no positive feedback, no validation, no one believing and supporting your dreams. Who am I talking to? It's almost like you're by yourself alone in a very dark place. But what I want you to understand is if you're looking for the light, it's there. If you're looking for the success, it's there. If you're looking for the money, it's there. Okay? Always. Even in your business right now. You have a business, you're looking for more money, it's there. Where, Wes? Keep looking. Keep looking. Your prosperity is there. Keep looking. Your abundance, it is right there. Keep looking. If you haven't found it, it's okay. But I'm here to tell you, from a man that started with nothing, oh, it's there. Okay? And that's what I'm working to embed in your mind. That you got to be able to see the light in the darkness. Sometimes, many of you, your life feels this way. You feel dark, do you not? You feel overwhelmed, stressed out, anxiety. Think about your bills. Some of you have been through bad relationships. Some of you have been through bad business partnerships. Some of you have been screwed over and lied to about money, about investments. Some of you think that you have just tried everything. Some of you went to retreats, you went to seminars, you went to business seminars, marketing seminars. Who am I talking to? Some of you had mentors, and it feels like nothing is working, right? Listen, the light is there. All that stuff that you're going through is necessary. And it's normal, by the way. See, millionaires, they don't give people the real, they don't give them the real advice. I'm going to give it to you straight, raw, deep, because I want you to get it. Like all those feelings that you're feeling while you're on this journey, it's normal. It may be normal sometimes to feel depressed about what's going on. But the key is not to stay depressed. It's normal to feel sad because, man, what's going on? Why I'm not getting this? It's normal. But the key is not to stay sad. It's okay sometimes. You're going to be resenting people. You're going to resent others that are winning. Sometimes you'll resent me. Sometimes you'll have this feeling that's going to conjure up in you. You're going to feel jealous, pissed off at me because it's just like, man, Wesley, what am I not doing right? Listen, it's normal. But the key is not to resent people like me forever. Are you with me here? Some of you right now, you're in your bed and some of your friends are out there having a good time. Like even right now, I'm in my penthouse and I can hear people out there having a good time. I hear the music. I hear the voices laughing. People are tipsy, they drunk, having a good old time. And you're in your house thinking about how you're going to make money, thinking about how you're going to fix your life, thinking about how you're going to change your life, thinking about what you got to do to start, right? And what I want you to understand is the process that you're going through right now in this moment is necessary. Okay? It's necessary, ladies and gentlemen. It's hard. It's tough. What's tough and hard about it It's not the techniques or the methods or even the task. It's the emotions. Okay? That's the tough part of this process. It's just how you feel emotionally about this. Sometimes you feel like you just want to give up. You're like, man, fuck. What am I doing wrong? I don't get it. Some of you have been working on whatever you've been working on for a year, 2 years. And you think that's enough time for you to build and master the skill. Listen, give yourself 5 to 10 years. And listen, if you think that's a lot of time, if you think that's just too much time for you to do what you need to do, then guess what? Go back to your job. Stay there for 20, 30 years. Because you're going to be there until you die because you need money. Social Security is not going to take care of you. The government is not going to take care of you. Many of you, your IRAs, your retirements is done. It's not enough money that's going to be able to take care of you in the next 20, 30 years. So many of you are going to work for the rest of your life. And you can't take 5 to 10 years out of your life to master something. You would rather work for the next 40 years every day? Yeah, think about that. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, that's ridiculous, isn't it? You know, when you think about 5 to 10 years, you know, in your mind, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of time. No, 30, 40 years at a job. I know people that have been at a job for 30 years and only make $15 an hour. For 30 years. Can you imagine doing that? For 30 years, make $15 an hour for the past 30 years. And my question to you is, what type of life is that? That's a depressed life. That's a painful life. That's a life of a person that's going to have a ton of regrets. Okay? I'm here to let you know, listen, 5, 10 years is not a lot of time. I mean, think about it right now as I'm recording this audio here. Like it's already October. It's about to be November, folks. It's getting ready to be 2023. Hello? I mean, January like it was yesterday. Does that make sense? Like January, it's like, it's November. The year is already done. See how quick it is? Many of you that's in your 20s right now, and you fucking around. Like almost all of you in your 20s right now, I know you're fucking around. And you're going to, just like this, you're going to be 30 years old. 30. In a piss poor situation financially. Bad credit, debt, you're with the wrong significant other, an unhappy marriage, unhappy relationship, staying in a terrible apartment, a home that you can't even afford. That's a lot of you. Because, you know, young people in their 20s, they think they have all the time. Oh, I have more than enough time. You know what I don't like? Because me, I'm tough on my children, right? I'm always, you know, talking to them and say, hey, you got to figure it out. What do you want to do with your life? Figure it out. And I have other people that say, well, Wesley, they're kids, Wesley. They're kids, Wesley. Let them have fun. They don't know yet. They're kids. And you know, people that tell me that, I want to slap the shit out of them. I really do. I don't because I'm a gentleman. But when people tell me that bullshit and tell me that I don't need to compel and provoke thought in my children about what they want to do while they're teenagers, I want to slap the shit out of them because I say, you know what? I don't want them to end up like you. Because the person that tells me that, they got a job. Okay? They're working for somebody else. The person that's telling me that, they're not taking vacations every single month. The person that's telling me they're not driving the car of their dreams, they're not even living in the place of their dreams at all. They're doing everything that's normal and average and regular. But they're trying to tell me that come on, let them have fun. And listen, if you're a parent right now and you got a child, and if you're not provoking thought in their minds to think about their future, think about what they want to do right now, you screw it up. You'll see it. Don't worry. Your child will be 21, 25, 26 years old, depending on you, and you already broke. They can't even depend on you because you broke. Because you told them, oh, it's okay, let them have fun. Let them just have fun. It's not a big deal. They're young. They're 14, 15, 16 years old. Let them be kids. Whatever. We'll talk about their dreams when they're 18, 19, 20 years old. It's too late then. It's too late, I'm telling you. I went to my daughter's college, and I looked at all these little young people. Had conversation with some of them too. And let me tell you something. You know, this freshman class here, they so lost. They have no clue on what they want to do. I met a young lady. She already changed her major. She just started the curriculum. She just started her major, already changed. I talked to a kid not even going to class. Not even going to class. It's the first month. Not even going to class. I see college freshmen still acting like they're in high school. Because maybe the parent didn't have a conversation with them to prepare them for what was coming. Well, I did it with my children. Okay? Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. Commit to the activities every day. You gotta learn how to separate yourself from the world. The world is not going anywhere, you know? Because I know many of you say, oh, I'm going to miss out on so much. I'm going to miss out on all the pleasures of life. I'm going to miss out. I'm going to miss out. You're not missing anything. Listen, when I took a couple of years out of my life to perfect my skill and to master my artistry, right? When I went back into the world, it's the same people. I'm serious. It's almost like I didn't leave. When I took a couple of years away from people, right? Not going to the places where all the broken average people go. When I came back to that world, right? Because I want to have a little fun. You know, I want to party a little bit. Man, let me tell you something. It's the same exact people. Same people getting drunk. Same people on drugs. Same people acting ridiculous. Same people that can't communicate effectively. Same people that just, when you hear them talk, you just want to close your ears and not listen to these folks. Same people. Exactly. Same. What I'm here to let you know, you're not missing out on anything. You could take 5 years, okay, out of your life and separate from people as much as humanly possible. And after 5 years, I promise you, people will be the same. Same. You're not going to miss out on anything. Okay? Does that make sense? It's going to be the same girl that go to the club on the same weekend. Same guy to go to the club on the same weekend. Same girl and guy to go to happy hour all the time. Right? Same person you're going to see in Walmart, 99-cent store, whatever. Same people. Same people. Same conversation. The same type of talk. Okay? Same conversation. It's the same everything. They're going to be driving the same car, staying in the same house, same apartment, same everything. Still don't have a passport. Still haven't traveled the world. Ain't bought nothing but talking a lot. I'm telling you, you're not going to miss out on anything. For everybody to think they're going to miss out on something, you're not. You can be 35 right now. I'm telling you, when you hit 40, if you do it right, and say when you hit 40, you make your millions at 40 years old, you ain't going to miss nothing. And you can do whatever you want to do with who you want to do it with at whatever time. I mean, imagine if you take 5 years out of your life right now, just 5. Do the math. 365 days in a year. I'm around that up to 400. 5 times 400 is 2,000. So a little bit less than 2,000 days. All you got to do is be committed to the activities, daily activities, okay, to master your skill or what you want for your life. That's it. 2,000 days. Put it on the calendar. Every day, just mark it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2,000 days. That's it. Not 3,000, not 4, just 2,000 days. That's all you got to do. Okay? And you'll be completely a different person on this planet. And my question is to you, how many of you are willing to do it? Okay? Thanks for the badge, Eli. How many of you are willing to do it? Some of you are going to wait until you turn 30. You know, how many 20-year-olds did I have on here tonight? I got young men and women who are in their 30s that wish they did what they were supposed to do in their 20s right now. Can I get an amen? It's men and women in their 30s right now. I say, man, I wish I would have started this in my 20s. It's men and women on here right now, they're in their 40s that wish they would have got serious in their 30s. Right? Because they've heard this before. Like, this is not the first time you're hearing information like this. I have men and women in their 50s. They wish they did what they knew they were supposed to do in their 40s. It's crazy, right? Tell you. It's insane. They're going to be like, man, I wish I would just buckle down when I was in my 20s. I wish I would just went for it when I was in my 30s. Now I'm married. Now I got this woman. I got this man. I got kids. It's hard, man. Have this job now. Listen, do it now. Okay? Comment those words below. Listen to me, young lady, young man, queen, king. Listen to me. Do it now. Whatever you want to do, whatever you're supposed to do it now. Comment those words below, please. Now. As in right now in this moment. Get out there and do something in the achievement of your goal now. If you're laying in your bed because you're tired, get up. You got to do something different. How long have you been laying in that bed every night at 11, 12 o'clock talking about you sleep? You're tired because you've been working all day. You got to do something different. You can't continue to do what you've always done expecting different results. I know you don't feel like getting up. I get it. I know you're comfortable. I get it. But think about your bank account. Look around your house, all that cheap furniture. Think about where you stay. How about your car? What kind of car you drive? You want to continue to drive that? You want to continue to live where you currently live? Think about your children. They're not even in the schools that they need to be. They're in schools that are fucked up. And those schools that are fucked up, gonna fuck them up. Get them out of there. It's your responsibility. Young man, young woman, get up and do something towards the achievement of the goal. If you got value here tonight, come with the word value. Okay? Any questions for me? If you got any value tonight, come with the word value. And listen, I do suggest that you listen to this again. Hey, bring your ear to the phone. Listen to it again. Okay, some of you need to hear it again. You got to hear it again because some of you are still going to lay in that bed and do nothing. I'm telling you, you're just going to lay down. You're like, man, Wesley, tomorrow. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow. And you don't get it. That's how poor and average losers talk. Tomorrow. What if tomorrow never comes? Tomorrow you might forget everything that I just shared with you because a lot of you didn't take notes. And I asked you to do it, right? I told you to take notes, you still don't do it. And you wonder why you're not making progress. I mean, it's just so obvious. I mean, look at what you're not doing. You can't even take notes. Can't even take notes. Simple thing to do, right? You can't even get out of your bed right now. You could do some research about the company that you want to start. You could do some research about modeling another company that's just like yours. Right now, you could do it. But you know what Jim Rohn used to say? He's a great motivational speaker. He says, what's easy to do is also easy not to do. Like it's easy to get your ass about that bed right now, turn the lights on to get to work on something. Easy to do that. But it's also easy to lay your ass in that bed and sleep tonight like a baby. But you're going to sleep thinking about your problems. You're going to sleep thinking about everything that you haven't done. You're going to sleep about your debt. And you're going to sleep about everything in your life that's not going well. That's the type of dream that you're going to have here tonight. Remember, what's easy to do is also easy not to do. Okay? But the choice is yours. Any questions for me here? Okay? Questions for me? Thanks, Sandra. Questions, please. Questions. I know you got value here tonight. How many of you are going to listen to this again? You know, I had a young lady reach out to me and say, Wesley, I've been listening to your podcast. Like, she actually searched in Google. She was looking for it, Wesley Billion-Dollar Virgin podcast. And she found my podcast. And she said, Wesley, I've been listening to your podcast for 2 years. You don't even know who I am, but I've been listening to your podcast. A woman in her 30s. She's got 2 children. For 2 years. And when I started to listen to you, I worked at Walmart. And, you know, I got 2 baby daddies. And she told me a story. She said, but today, Wes, I started my own company. I got a hair company. And I'm selling hair online. And last month, I had my biggest month, which is $22,000. And this is a woman that, like, she told me her story. I'm not going to repeat it, but this is the woman that had nothing. No support, no family, no resources. Just a random woman that worked at Walmart that saw my content. I think somebody referred it to her. And she started listening to the rants on the podcast. She said every day when I would go to work, because she worked at night, she worked the graveyard shift, and she would just listen to it in her iPhone. Because, you know, when you work at Walmart, you know, you see all these Walmart employees always have iPhones and they have their iPods. And well, she was listening to rants, Wesley. Okay, she was listening to the podcast. She said every night for 2 years, I would just listen to you all night. She was in the back doing all the stalker stuff. 2 years later, she's earning $22,000 a month. She sent me a picture because of her and her kids. They went to this Disney cruise. And, you know, those cruises are very expensive. The Disney ones, like $8,000. And she went on the cruise with her children, and she sent me a picture. Maybe I'll show you guys the picture one day. And she said, thank you. And I'm here to share with you that can be any one of you. Okay? Any one of you can do that. Like, all of you have the capability, you have the faculties of your mind to do exactly what that young lady did. I mean, you can. But the question is, are you going to do it? Or are you going to watch other people pass you by? Or are you going to watch other people fulfill their dreams while you don't fulfill yours? You're going to watch people on the beach of their choice on a Monday morning while you're at work, slaving, doing the work that you don't want to do. Are you going to drive down the highway in your city and see somebody else driving the car of your dreams, happy, excited, and you're driving your car, going to work or going home? Life is all about choices, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Any questions for me? Any questions for me? And the thing is, I have so many stories like this. Like, honestly, you know, I'm so grateful to get all these different emails from people and DMs I mean, people that just listen to the podcast, honestly, if I'm going to be honest with you, it's just people listening to these rants, either on my Instagram account or on the podcast. Like, they're just listening to the stuff. That's all they do. Some not even customers yet, right? And they just listening to these podcasts. And I'm so grateful that I'm having such an impact on the world because I give my best, I really do. How to deal with past pains. You don't deal with them, Maddie. You don't have to deal with a pain that's in the past. The great thing about the past is it's no longer in the present. It's done. And your issue is you keep thinking about the past. And my question, why think about something that's already done? It's over. And you keep reliving the past. Okay? You have to become aware and say, you know what? I don't have to continue to think about the past. Like, you have to literally talk to yourself at times. Say, why am I thinking about the past? Why do I keep thinking about this situation over and over and over again? Why? It already took place. Why am I just purposely fueling my past? Why I keep thinking about it? Well, this happened and this happened and this happened and this happened and this. Like, why do I keep doing that? You ever ask yourself that question? Like, why do I keep reliving my past? Listen, you don't have to. Because if you keep reliving your past, there's no room for your future. Okay? If you continue to live your past, there's no room for the future. Like, when do you ever have an opportunity to think about the future? If you just relive in the past, that's gone. Let it go. And let it go means just stop thinking about it. Think about something else. Because it don't matter. And I get it. Maybe it was painful. Maybe it hurt. And maybe you think the pain created some of the distorted issues in your life today. But listen, so what? It's done. And only you have the power to stop thinking about it. And think about your abundance. Think about your pleasures. Think about prosperity. Think about the hope. Think about everything that's going to put a smile on your face. Okay? I have somebody that want to go live here. Give me a second. If you want to go, let's go live here. What's going on? How are you? Yeah, very well. What's your name?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
David. Where you calling from?
David,
Lexington, Kentucky. All right.
Lexington,
How can I
Kentucky.
help?
So I have two questions for you. I've been listening to your podcast uh for a while
Okay.
now, for probably about like 2 months. And earlier today, I was listening to it,
Okay.
and I'm just read off the question, okay? 'Cause I was doing DoorDash earlier, but what is some advice for feeling like you're not doing enough? I'm in the no sleep mentality right now, and I get to the points where, like, right now, I'm trying to keep myself up, so like I'm up. But like, what else can I do? Because I'm on Facebook right now. I'm
Okay.
promoting your Tweeter bucks on Twitter and building my Instagram and not my Instagram, but my Twitter. And I just
Okay.
feel like I'm not
So
doing enough still.
if you're doing the
No.
Twitter bucks and you're promoting it on Twitter, how many Twitter accounts do you have? How many have you opened so far?
Right now I just have one that I'm promoting it on, but I just started sharing it on Facebook
I would suggest open
groups
up 100,
also.
right? I mean, open up 100.
Oh,
And see,
okay.
this is high work ethic. And, I tell people, like, going to organic, right? It's a lot of work, of course, but it's worth it. I mean, you have one Twitter account, right? But say if you had 100 Twitter accounts promoting the Twitter bucks and doing the same exact thing you're doing with one account, but you're doing with 100 different accounts, then you have 100 more opportunities for people to click on the link and see what you got going on.
Okay. Do you I feel like I run out of people to like pages, because I'll see the same thing, like it's not getting saturated, but like I can see like 20 people with the same
Hmm.
account set up. Like I can show you my account, like I can show you the same, like the same thing, and like I'll try to find people, like pages to follow, and right now I can't follow anybody, but I've been sharing, and
Oh
I
no!
feel like I
Oh
run out
man,
of
on
people.
Twitter? Oh no, no
Not run
sir.
out of people, because I know
I
it's
mean, it's
not too many
billions
people.
of people. There's a ton of people.
Yeah,
Think
yeah,
about it.
yeah. It's
I give you
just,
an
I
idea.
don't know. But
Take 100 accounts, and at those 100 accounts, you follow as many people you
mhm,
can, within an hour, and you keep doing that. Follow, 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 post. Follow, 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 content post. Put up a nice little Twitter picture or whatever. Follow, 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 post. It's high activity, especially when you don't have the money to invest.
okay.
It's just that's the activity, and I'm telling you, this is what people do. Because they're not afraid of the work. But I would even say 500 accounts, and you manage all of them. You have 500 different Twitter accounts, and every account has a different page. Every account has a different
Hmm.
whatever link, different posts, and you follow, 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 give value. Follow, 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 give value.
Okay.
It's a grind. Then you reach out to people. Hey, what's going on, man? I like your page here. But it's all on the internet. And what's great about the internet is you're not talking to a human being like in public. Like you're just doing this from your laptop. You don't have to go knock on people's doors and sell them a product. It's all on the internet. So you just sit there and you just talk to people all day. Ask them questions. Hey, what you got going on? Hey, what are you doing to make money? I looked at your page, man. I like your page. I like what you got going on here. My name is blah, blah, blah. And the great thing about the internet, you can be whoever you want to be. Anybody. Make sense? You can be anybody.
Sure.
You can be a
Yes, sir.
doctor from San Francisco. You can be an internet marketer from California. Hey, I'm an internet marketer. I see what you got going on here. See that you're making some money over there, man. See if I can add some value to you, what you currently got going on. You know what? I mean, you can be anybody you want to be on the internet. That's the great thing about the internet. You can be anybody. So that's the activity. And then you got to start to
Hmm.
think. So the key is, especially when you start a business, and many of you don't think about this, is like you have to think like, okay, what can I do to spread this information around the internet? Where can I go? What is the demographic? Where can I find people that want to make money online? Where are they at? Are they in forums, blogs? You have to start asking yourself these questions because you have to start thinking like an entrepreneur because that's how they think. They're always thinking about, okay, what am I not doing? What can I do? What else can I do to get the results that I want faster? Because remember, it's a lot of trial and error, man. It's insane. It's a lot of trial and error. But you got to get yourself some activities. You got to get yourself rituals, things that you do every single day. Whatever you're focused on, if you're going to focus on Twitter bucks, okay, great. Then focus on that. So, okay, every day I'm going to create 5 new accounts. I'm going to do 5 posts. I'm going to follow 500 people every single day. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm going to create value. And then also I'm going to look at blogs. I'm going to look at forums. I'm going to find people that are looking to make money online. And I'm just going to build relationships. I'm not going to try to sell them. I'm just going to build relationships with these people. And I'm going to do that to like 10 to 20 people every single day. Just build relationships. See the activity? It's powerful, man. If you do this every day for a year,
Yes, sir.
sales. Make sense? What's your next question?
Yes,
Go ahead.
sir. Um, can you walk through how you would
Oh yeah,
model a
easy. Because
company
I
that's
mean,
already doing well?
I've did it. That's how I had my first success. Honestly, I'm doing it with another company right now. Honestly, okay. So, for example, say if I want to be in the love niche, man. The love and relationship are in the teaching guys how to get the girl to their dreams niche, right? So what I would do personally, I would go to clickbank.com and I would search for a product that sells that because it's very popular, it's evergreen. Men always want to find and they want to learn how to bang the girl in two days, 2 days, 2 seconds, whatever. So I was a need and desire for men. And I would find the product and I would buy it. I would buy the product and I would look at the upsells and I would copy the links, right? Because I need to study this stuff. So every upsell, I would copy the link, put it in a notepad. And then the VSL, if it's a video sales letter that sold me, I will transcript it. And you could use the AI for that. You don't even have to go to Fiverr anymore. It's something that's called artificial intelligence. It's something that's called Sonic. You can take a video, upload it. It will transcript the entire video for you. It would give you all the words for free. And I would print it out, and I would spend days and weeks just studying what they said in the video. Right? I'm saying, well, what do they do? What are they saying that's making people buy this thing? Right? And I was just studying. I was studying and studying. And through the studying, I would realize the patterns. I would say, oh, okay. So this is why. This is why they use this word. This is why they use this story. Oh, okay. And then what I would do is I will create my own story and my own twist to the same product. I would give it a different name. It'll be a different story. It'll be a different protagonist or, whoever the main character in the VSL. It would just be different. But the flow would be the same. That makes sense? Because all the VSLs, you know what the VSL is, right? Yeah, all the VSLs that do well, they all have the same pattern, man. It's all the same. Same pattern. You got to study it.
Did you ever hear of daily income method? Sorry. Did you ever hear of daily income method a while ago?
No, okay. Yeah. So, I mean, that's how I would do it. I would just study it and study it and study it, and I would just create my own version, but a better version of it.
Okay.
Same thing with the upsell, same with the product. Like the great thing about it, you don't even have to know exactly. You don't have to be an expert at all. I had a friend, and he created a product for moms to potty train their children in about 2 years old, and it was an ebook. And this man don't even have children. I mean, he doesn't know anything about potty training at all, right? But what he did was he found a lady that had a book on Amazon. She wasn't selling it. He bought the rights for like $100, and that was the book. Book done. But he's a great marketer, and he created the marketing around it. And he does like $5,000-$10,000 a day right now, selling the ebook to parents. He's not even an expert. He don't know anything about children at all. You see that?
No. I mean, hey.
Exactly. It's like you got to really think outside the box. The entrepreneurs, we think, when you become an entrepreneur, what you don't realize, you still have this employee mindset. So it's hard to think the way that we think until you start meeting us, right? You meet people like myself, and you say, "Oh, damn, they do that?" Because see, a lot of people that are employees and they're trying to be entrepreneurs, you guys are so, you got morals, right? Oh, I don't want to copy nobody. I don't want to model. I want to be unique. I don't want to be like other people. And I'm gonna tell you something. That's poor mentality. Honestly, really, it's, even though it sounds good, right? It sounds moral, right? Oh, I don't want to copy people. I don't want to model. I want to be unique. I want to be different. I want to be this. And you're just going to wind up being broke, because entrepreneurs that are successful, they realize if they can stand on the shoulders of somebody else, why not do it? Because there's more than enough money out here to make it. Why wouldn't Burger King create their own version of McDonald's? I mean, why wouldn't they do it, right? I mean, both billion-dollar companies. Chick-fil-A. Like, how many burger joints out there? They all making all this money, right? I mean, how many banks out there? I mean, come on. I mean, you got Chase Bank, you got Bank of America. They're right across the street from each other, right? How many times have you seen the same? I mean, you put money here, it's the same exact institution, but they're right across the street from each other. Taco Bell is another taco place. It just, I mean, because they understand that, well, it's more than enough for people to win. So if I'm going to win, if I want to win faster, why create a brand new wheel? Why? Why do I have to do that when it's already been created for me? I can make a better version of what they already got.
True that.
Make sense? So that's why I want you to think
Yes,
that
sir.
way. You know, say, man, find something out there that you can just model and make better. That's it. Do your research. Study something that's already successful. You know, because it's very difficult for you to think about something and be so innovative that the world has never seen. You know, that's insane. You know, that's what I mean. That's Elon Musk. I mean, we're not Elon Musk. I mean, come on. It is what it is. This guy's an alien, right? He's different. We're not Elon Musk. We're just not like that, right? We're just, you know, regular average people. We didn't grow up that way. So model. There's too many successful companies on the internet right now that anybody can just model and study it. Study it for 6 months. See exactly how they're selling the product. What kind of ads are they running? What are they using for their marketing? What kind of upsells? What are the price points? And model everything and just make it better. That's it. Make sense? All right. Any more questions for me?
Yes, sir. Cool.
Go ahead.
I just have some other things I want to state to you. I, Earlier I also heard you say that your son, his
Yeah.
birthday was November 1st, and his name is David. My name's David. And
Oh,
my
wow.
my
Wow.
birthday is November
Okay.
2nd.
Nice.
Ironic.
How old are you going to be?
It's ironic.
Okay. Yeah. He'll be
I'll be
17.
23. Another thing was I just quit my job just like a week ago. So I'm
Congrats. Look,
grinding for
what
it. So,
advice would you give my son at a 17-year-old? Like, what would you give the advice you would give yourself if you were 17-year-old right now? What would you tell yourself?
find something to study. I've been studying Forex since I was 17, and I'm to the point where I don't have to learn. I just have to put it forward. So, like, study find something to study
Did
and
you ever
just
play video
master it.
games when you was young?
Yeah. Uh, in middle school, but I guess it's boring. I have my Xbox, but I
Well,
can only play for 10
how
minutes.
did you pull
It's
yourself
boring
from the
at
whole
this
video
point.
game thing?
Me personally, I was never really into it. It was more like I just
Gotcha.
had friends that played video games, but
Nice,
in general,
nice.
I got bored of
Good
it.
advice. I'm gonna send it to my
Yeah, so
son, so he better hear this. Appreciate it, brother.
have a
All
great
right,
day.
man. Well, much love, man. Keep doing your thing. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. So listen up, folks. Um, like the young man's 23. Telling you, that time ticks, man. Tick tock, tick tock. Find something. Listen, hey Zip, how are you? Listen, find something. Because listen, whatever you find, it doesn't mean it's going to be the perfect thing, You may be doing something right now in business, but it might not be the thing. But do something. Does that make sense? It's not always about being right. It's just about doing something. Because by doing something, you will eventually figure out the right thing to do. But if you're just sitting there doing nothing, complaining about you don't know what to do, well, that's not going to be conducive to your success, is it? Do something. Okay? Try something. Just do it. Just say, all right, let me just do it. Okay? Because you're going to learn. You're going to build skills. Because you need the skills. Who wants to go live? Hey, Alpha Jet, Silva. Hey. I got the queens in here tonight. The queens are in here tonight. And the kings, of course. But I got to give a shout out to my queens. My beautiful queens out there. They're doing their thing. My gorgeous, beautiful queens. I know you're looking good tonight as well. You're looking perfect, aren't you? Well, I need you to make some money as well. All right, what's next here? Talk to me. Let's get a young lady to go live. Now, ladies, make sure you turn your lights on, okay? I know you're in the bed sleep. I know you're laying down, but that's why you're broke, right? Because you're laying in the bed. You're not going to make money in the bed unless you're a prostitute. And I know you guys are not prostitutes. You're not hookers, all right? So let's sit up. Let's get up. Okay? What's next here? Alejandro, how are you, sir? Blur. Ryan. A lot of these folks are late. Any questions for me? Let me see here. I think I'm going to order some food because I'm hungry again. I've been working on this 6-pack here, so I can only eat eggs. Here we go. We got Sienna. She wants to go live. Well, let's go live. Sienna.
Oh my God.
Sienna, are we going live or what? Some of you folks
Hi,
request
Wesley.
to go
Can you hear me?
live, but yet you don't go live with me here.
Can you hear me?
Sienna Strong, are we going live? I guess not. So West trading the 100 Twitter accounts, are we changing the Warrior Plus link to as well? No. You keep the same link, of course. You just get a new bit.ly link. Hey, Shanika, how are you? Who's on? Wait, was she on? I didn't see her. She's right there, Wes. I don't see her. Oh, God. It happened again. For some reason, I'm not able to see her. She was on, really? Oh, my God. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Let me try it again. Hold on. Maybe I need to be patient. Because, unfortunately, I can't see it on my end. I don't know why. Let me just wait for a second. All right, let's bring her back. Folks, let me know when it's there, because maybe it's going to take a while for the update on my end. Okay, it's really choppy. You know, it's my internet's cheap. She's back. Okay, I don't see her yet, so I'm gonna wait. Sienna, if you're there, that's you.
Rejoin.
All right, it just takes a while. How are you?
Hi, can you hear me? I can't see you,
Oh,
so I
it's
just want to make sure
working.
this
I
is
can see you.
working
Perfect.
right. Oh, perfect. Okay, hi. It's so nice to meet you. I've been listening to your podcast for a while now, and I'm like on this personal development journey, and I just feel like I love listening to you because you really challenge me to think for real. And I just want to say I really appreciate it. I don't necessarily have a question, but I'm a graduate student. I go to Penn State, and just being on this whole personal development journey is really just making me think a lot bigger about my goals and my dreams, because I came into the grad school. I'm actually doing a PhD in human development and family studies. And I was like, oh, I want to be a professor. I want to be able to teach. And so I always thought, it would be at the university level. But now I'm trying to think bigger. Like, I know that social media is like, really a thing right now. People are, going viral on TikTok. And I just want like, my value, my messages to really reach more than just people in the education system. Because listening to you is really making me like aware that you don't have to get formally educated to really like know stuff. Like, there's really other ways to it. Like, I've been reading a lot, meditating, and it's all really like coming together. I really feel like
It does.
I'm finding my purpose, if
Oh,
that
you're
makes
very
sense.
welcome.
So I just want to say thank you.
So where do you live? Oh, Penn
I'm
State
currently in
University.
Pennsylvania. I
Okay,
go to
perfect.
Penn
So
State University.
I guess everything's kind of coming together,
Yeah.
right? To figure out what you want to do and maybe the type of impact you want to make on the planet.
Right. Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, I'm actually a
Congrats.
first generation college student, so I'm like Thank you. It really means a lot to me. But then I realized that I could do so much more than just, you know, working as a professor. So I'm just thinking, like, how could I create my own podcast? That's one thing I really want to do. I'm actually in a relationship, so I want to do like couples TikToks and just like spread value on the internet, because I see so many young people my age, they're like depressed, they like talk about anxiety like it's cool and normal, and honestly it bothers me, because I'm just like on my own spiritual journey, and like I want people to see positivity, you know. So that's why I want to start, well, I will start creating content. I just joined the social media academy to really learn like the algorithms and just like how to really create a brand for yourself. So I'm really excited to start
Many
that. I'm a
listen,
little bit
take a
nervous
leap of
though,
faith. I think
honestly.
you'll do very well. I mean, even how you're presenting yourself right now. I mean, you got it. You got the energy. You got the synergy to do it. And you know, you remind me of myself when I first started out. I was just so excited. You know, I just had so much in me. It's like I wanted to do everything. And I started the podcast. Started immediately. Started tomorrow. Started the TikTok. Just go out there. And I'm glad that you've learned that. You know, formal education is just, it's not necessarily the key to have a great life, right? And I don't think students, when they're in high school,
Right.
they're not taught that. You know, they just thought, well, you got to go to college. You got to go to college. But they never really think about what they want to do.
Right.
They never think about it, right? Just like you never have these deep conversations of like, hey, what do you really want to do? What type of impact do you want to make on the world? What do you like doing? And then students are forced to do something, and you know, then that's a whole nother journey in college, trying to figure it out and trying to go to classes, and then you realize it's not really what you want to do.
Right. I just feel like I know my potential. I feel like I've gained a lot of confidence through this personal development thing. But I just feel like I'm struggling with fear, like fear of failure almost. And it's just like I'm trying to figure out how to like change my
Okay, so
mindset and
let
not
me
be
share
too scared to
one thing
start.
about fear. Remember, fear has to be embraced. Like now, you're at the point in your life that you're going to transition from this woman here to the woman that you want to become. And to do that, you have to embrace fear, right? Because it's normal to be scared, right? It's normal. But the people that cross over are the people that embrace fear. That say, I'm afraid, but I'm more afraid of not becoming this I'm not supposed to be. Make sense? Right? Because you're going, as years pass, you're
Right.
going to progress into some type of person. So you have to ask yourself, well, is the fear that I'm going to have to deal with, is it worth it? Like, is it worth it to be the woman that I want to be? And I'm pretty sure that answer is going to be yes.
Right.
And another level to that is, remember, fear, I have an acronym for it, which is false evidence appearing real. And all you exactly, and all you're
Right.
doing
I'm
is
like,
imagining everything that may go wrong, and you're imagining what may not work out, and you're imagining all the criticism and everything that may go not in your favor. And I'm just going to ask you not to do that. You don't need to imagine that stuff, because it's just a waste of your brain power. Just imagine everything working out perfectly for you.
absolutely. Right. I've definitely been starting to practice mental
Oh, it does,
rehearsal,
yeah.
and like it really works. Like I don't know, I just keep surprising myself, because I didn't know much about this, but I'm just now learning it all, and I'm just like, wow. Like one thing I do want to mention to you, when I heard you say in one of your lives, you were like, tell yourself every day that it's gonna be the best day of your life. And so I started doing it. Every day I will wake up, I'm like, oh my gosh, today is gonna be the best day of my life. And so I do it every day. And then today, like I thought about it like this, like in the evening, I was like, wow, did I really have the best day of my life? And honestly, I did.
And it's like, it sounds so trivial, right? But it's so impactful, and it works. And people just can't, yeah, it's like,
Right.
it's so hard for us to
It
explain,
does.
like, how did that happen just by us saying that? But the more you understand the mind, you'll understand the science behind the stuff.
Right.
It is.
Right, absolutely. That's why I love listening to you. And like my program in school, it's human development and family studies. So like I learn a lot about people, and that's like why I really like it as well. So my goal is to align my like degree and everything I learn in my program with what I just want to do for fun, like what my passion is. But yeah, we went to the Mercedes dealership today, and like I got to sit inside of a G-Wagon, and like I've never done that. So it was super cool. And like we were like dream building with houses as well. Like there's some really nice neighborhoods here with like huge houses, and like I just look at them and I'm just like, dang, one day I'm gonna have one. And it's just like I hope it works, you know. I mean, I'm doing everything that I think that I can to really achieve my goals.
Listen,
So I'm really starting to
you.
believe
You're
in
doing
it, you know.
everything right. You're doing everything right. How old are
Thank
you?
you.
Like 20. Yeah, you're young, right? So
I'm
listen,
23.
you know, it took me a very long time to get to where you are, like in my 30s, and you're like 23 and you're doing this. So you have to just imagine where you're going to be in the next 5 years. Like if you just continue to do what you're currently doing, learning, being teachable, reading, you know, doing the self-discovery, understanding, you know, what do I want to do and how do I want to impact the world, and how do I want to make a contribution to be able to monetize, and how do I want to express myself and become the greatest version of myself. Like you doing that right now, it's life's transformational.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Like I see like other people my age and like where they're at, and even in like a PhD program, like you would think these are really smart people, right? But then like I can just tell like they don't practice personal development. Like I've been thinking like, oh, I gotta work harder on myself than my job. So like, you know, school is important, and like I'm just starting to realize you have to enjoy the process. I seen this video today, and it was like basically the journey is more important than the destination. And that really like changed my perspective, because like in undergrad I went to the University of Florida, and like, you know, I had a 4.0 the whole way, full ride scholarship, but like it was like not really like the best time of my life. Like, I felt like so stressed, like, oh my gosh, another day of this. Like I was just grinding, and like it wasn't fun. Like I feel like I missed out on a lot of things. So like here in grad school I'm trying to like do it a little bit differently, like enjoy my life and just not make school literally everything, you know. Like I want to have like a balance, if that makes sense. So and it's working well for me, really.
Talk to my daughter. That's amazing.
Absolutely. Like that's one thing. Like mentoring is really like my thing. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and like I think like what I really want to do is like be a life coach. I have this book. It's called High Performance Habits by
I've heard of
Brendan
Brendan
Burchard.
Burchard.
Have you heard of
I've
it?
read his book though, but I know him.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I haven't started it, but I actually have his planner. It's called the High Performance Planner, and it's really good, and it's really helped me like to become a lot more disciplined. And like I'm just starting to notice like I'm really knocking tasks out without even realizing it, and enjoying myself the whole day. So it doesn't even feel stressful. It just feels like good, you know? And like that feeling of accomplishing something, like I don't know, like every day that just makes me feel a little bit better, honestly.
Sure. I can feel it. Absolutely. Yeah, I can tell. I mean, you know, you
Really?
communicate so well. I can feel your energy, and you can just feel you have this desire to help people.
Yeah.
And
absolutely, for sure.
You're going to do very well. You're going to do very well. I can say it. You're going to be a very, very significant life coach in many people's lives. Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow. Right. Thank you so much. That means so much coming from you, like coming from a millionaire. Like no one in my family is a millionaire. Like I feel like I'm gonna be the first one. But it's so amazing to hear you say that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I talk to a lot of people, and I don't say this much, but you will absolutely become. I can just feel it. You will. You'll 100. It's just like because you're saying everything that I would say to a person that didn't think the way that you think right now, and you're just saying it, and you're following it, and then. It's like you have this desire to learn more, right? You can just tell, and that's how I was, you know.
I do.
Yeah, that's how I was. I was just.
I love learning for sure.
It just took me a little bit later in life to really get it, but I was such a voracious learner of information. When I read that first book, it was Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, right. And man, it just opened up this world to me, and I was addicted. I was literally addicted to personal development and self-development. Oh yeah, well,
that's how I feel. That's really how I feel.
Proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time. Absolutely. This was an honor to be on the call with you, for real.
Good luck. All right.
Of course, I will.
Love. Wow. Now let me tell you something. That is a breath of fresh air. Being able to see a beautiful, gorgeous, intelligent young woman like that, And you can just tell she has this desire to want more. Because that's how I was. I was like this. Can you guys hear me? Am I breaking up right now? Yes. Testing 1, 2, 3. God, I don't know what's going on with my internet. Comcast. Can you guys hear me properly here? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Am I breaking up? It's very choppy. What's up, Amanda? Welcome back. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Just staticky. Oh, let me move my hand. How about now? I'm going to turn to my left. Let me use my Denzel voice. How about now? Can you hear me? You sound like a robot. Give me a second, folks. Give me a second. How about now? Somebody, they don't want me to win. Who's out there listening to this rant, upset that I'm giving away all these gems to the world? Yeah, listen. You don't want me to win, but I'm gonna win anyway. I'm gonna win anyway. You know why? Because on the back of my Lamborghini Heroes it says West wins, and I'm a winner. Because I always win. So Saturday, hey guys, this is what I do. Just for you, I'm going to end this live. I'm gonna come back on. Is that cool? I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna come back on because I want to continue the conversation. I know some of you would like to live with me, and I'm dedicated to you, and I'm committed to you. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna be right back.